Alright, and welcome back. Now we are continuing on with Razor Rendezvous, and we'll then be going on to the Revenge on, I think it's called Kothlis, I think his plan is called. So, let's get going. B-Wing Master Race. And actually, compared to last time, this game actually looks like it's even darker now than it was. I don't know what's up with that on my TV.
What the? Wedge, an Imperial cruiser. It's captured the Razor. Wedge here. We can't let that data get away. Attack the shield generators. Once the shields are down, we can attack the command deck. X and A-wing groups, keep those fighters off our backs.
Now, this is a mission that is pretty easy to fail, especially on your first time, because you're not really supposed to be saving the Razor. More so, you're just trying to take the Star Destroyer down, which, yeah, in a way, actually, you are trying to save, but you're also trying to do it while protecting the medical frigate. And in this, everything is after you. TIE fighters, Star Destroyer itself. In this case, I'm going to keep my wingmates close to me because they'll usually help fend off some of the TIE fighters. In this, you really want to use your ion cannon against these shield generators since it'll make it easier. Fire a few proton torpedoes.
Awaiting your orders. Okay, guys, let's form up. Copy that. Forming on
Now, I don't know what the time frame is. I think it's usually about like maybe a minute and a half or so before the medical frigate gets destroyed. You can limit it by taking out the side cannons, but that right there can be pretty challenging. And I mean, this is supposed to be
There's too many fighters.
one of the most challenging missions in this game, considering it even gives you
Copy that.
one death in order to get gold, so it's the only mission I'll let you do that. And be careful on your shields. Usually, like what I'm doing with flying away and getting up close, is usually best, especially if you're trying to go for the gold.
Awaiting your orders. Good job. Now let's take out the last one under.
And usually at the very bottom, since usually you want to use up because that bottom shield can take quite a beating.
We can't take them.
Just fire it all, and then I'm just gonna keep attacking until I. Oh, there we go. Well, either way, I died, so it didn't matter. It's probably bound to die anyways. Now, I really speed up this, and like that, see, like how the mission failed. So let's try that again.
Let's head home and regroup. Rebel command's not gonna be happy.
So there we go. Our first mission failed, but let's replay it again.
What the? Wedge?
Now, actually, even though it will take them off my back, I'm gonna try to go to have
Orders, Wedge.
go after the guns. That way, they can at least
Let's take care of those guns.
Rogue leader, this is
reduce the
frigate.
damage,
We're under attack.
They're going after the frigate.
and at least hopefully it will draw away the fire from the medical frigate. And it's a bit easy to get tricked by where the reticule is, because sometimes it looks like it's on target, but sometimes your proton torpedoes or your lasers might fire a little bit higher, but
One down, two to go.
I don't like wasting these things.
Good job. Now let's take
I
out the last
especially
one.
don't like dying, especially if I have full proton torpedoes and stuff, because it's opportunities lost that, and because I'm on a limited amount of lives. Holy shit, I'm gonna overrun. Yeah, right now, if I get screwed over. Nope. Now I gotta hurry up and get to that before. Alright. I think after this is another jump cut, so we'll see right when I have that Star Destroyer for the most part destroyed. There we go. So after a few failed attempts, we finally got this.
Let's contact command for support. Getting to the Razor's gonna be a lot tougher than I thought.
Yeah, I know I said earlier I wouldn't talk during the cutscenes, but I just had to do that. I mean, jeez. I think it took me about 6 tries to get that right. I'm thinking after I finish the revenge on Kothlis, or the next mission, I'm just going to go back and try to grab as many of the upgrades as possible, so that way I can make this a bit easier on myself, so, yeah.
Star Destroyer is dead ahead. Rogues, this is Crix. We need air cover on our way to the Star Destroyer. Yes, sir. All right, team, let's make this quick.
Yep, so after the Star Destroyer was taken down with the Razor on it, we now have to go and retrieve it. Or at least retrieve the data it's holding.
Awaiting orders.
So I'm going to send them after the TIE fighters.
Affirmative, Rogue Leader.
Purpose here is just stay close to your transport, and you won't have to worry about it blowing up for the most part. Now, as for that Star Destroyer, it won't be too much. It won't be a problem at all once you get near it.
Rogue Leader, we need support.
His guns will fire a little bit. And one thing about those turbo lasers is that if you knocked them all out in the previous mission, they'll all be still knocked out here. But since I didn't do it when I took down the Star Destroyer, they'll all be active. But for the most part, they shouldn't be a problem. Though I would go over and destroy them once the transport gets close. So that way it's not going to get any fire from them. So far, it's mostly TIE fighters, so they don't have any interceptors to outgun me or outrun me. Oh, they're there. There's the interceptors.
Awaiting orders. We've detected increasing heat levels within the core of the Star
Yeah, there's one thing you'll notice about this game is that they always ask you what the orders are.
Will go critical in minutes. Attack the fighters. Leave it to me.
Yeah, one thing you really want to be careful with going after these is that you really want to be careful of being attacked by
We can't get any closer
or
without
being
risking
hit by
transport.
flying TIE
We've got
fighters.
to land.
And this transport will be vulnerable for quite a while. Nope. And I lost R2.
Standing by.
This is not the mission to really die quick in either, because this is probably one of the most lengthy ones. And we got another mission failed, so this is gonna be a great episode. We'll jump cut till when that thing finally lands.
We've got a big problem. Those AT-ATs have blasted their way out of the crash. If they get to us, we're history. They'll never survive against those AT-ATs. We've got to stop them. It's gonna take speeders to bring them down.
Alright, so after those failed attempts, we finally are on to the second phase of this. Go on to the speeders and head on out to take down some AT-ATs. Now here it's a bit more trickier than it was on Hoth because you have to deal with the sea level. Actually gonna have them go after those ties. Because they're all formed up trying to actually would best getting the last one here. If I can round them up. This is where you really have to outmaneuver, but I think it's too much. And I screwed up by dying. It's really easy to go fast to knock them out, but and this was something that took a lot of practice, especially when you're a first timer, because having to be at a bit of a higher level, closer to it, and having other AT-ATs shooting at you. And fuck. Alright. We'll be right back, and after another jump cut.
Attack the fighters. Leave it to me.
Alright, so we had another attempt at this. After failing to get those first AT-ATs down, which those AT-ATs will do tons of damage at first. It's best to knock them out. Actually. Trying to get close to one. Trying to get close to one without getting shot down or without. There we go. I mean, the first two are no brainers, but the third one, because how deep in the water it is, can be real tricky. Because either you're gonna completely miss or get blown up by the head. But usually, right now where it's at, it's just not too bad. Then again, I've been doing this for a while, so. Usually practice may take
AT-ATs are down. We're heading out on foot. Cover us.
Take some time, but I would say we'll just practice mainly on Hoth. You know, just practice at like going at a higher level, like in terms of like air altitude. Let me see, this is the right. No, Y wings we need. And this would have been a really good time to have one of the cluster bombs, but I don't even think I have those unlocked yet. Either way, we gotta knock out some ATPTs. And since they're underwater, your lasers are completely useless against them.
We need assistance. We copy. Take out those walkers.
Yeah, and send your guys after the walkers, since those walkers are going to go after both the commandos and the transport. They're more so intended on attacking the commandos. And this part of the game will have huge amounts of slowdown. Actually, another thing is knock out these. So these guys here, because there's some guys with mounted turrets that will.
We need help against these Imperials.
Usually want to land in between them, so that
We need
way.
assistance. Rogue group, we need some support down here. We copy.
Just try to stay close to them, so that way. That's the one thing about this mission, is that because if you fail, you have to start all the way over from the very beginning. And that's what is probably one of the rough parts of this. Now, as I've said before, the Y-Wing's a good starship to use linking, rather than just holding down the A button to rapid fire.
We've spotted several weaknesses in the Star Destroyer's hull. A Y-Wing's bombs should be able to blow through the hull, so that my team can get inside. We've got to bomb those fracture points.
Well, I already snatched a Y-Wing, so we're good.
Right on target.
And that's where you bomb the hole. Yeah, keep an eye on that bomb count too, since I do not recall the proton bombs ever returning if you run out of them.
Rogue group, you've got to penetrate that hull.
Oops. It's AT. I thought I destroyed it already.
My team's in trouble. We're getting wiped out down here. Perfect hit. Take out those walkers. Leave it to me. Another hit like that and we've got it. Hull penetrated. That did it. The hull is breached. Nice shot, Rogue Leader. The
Yeah, I
reactor is
can't
almost
reach that.
critical.
And for now, we're just spending off.
Check your fire.
By the time they reach the hull, the mission will be done.
Attack those walkers. I'm on it, Rogue Leader. We've located the data. Beginning upload now. Now I see why the Empire was so eager to prevent us from getting this data.
Well, I guess after all these mission fails, it was worth at least something. Got a medal for it. Man, I could have gotten silver if I had killed more enemies. But oh well. Either way, that's it for now. I'm gonna go and find some upgrades in the meantime before I move on to the next two missions. So until then, have a nice day.